Hello, my name is Eric Putkonen. Thank you for joining me. Today we're talking about getting out of the head and into the body. I think that, particularly in the West, we are chronically in our heads all the time, thinking. And we're constantly trapped in this imagined, in our imaginations basically, and our commentary and everything else. I mean, it is constant labeling, critiquing, judging, and being in the head, so to speak, just generates more thought. And so I suggest as a regular practice to get in touch with the body, to deeply get into the senses, to really get with what the body is experiencing within and around you. And this can be done at any time. It doesn't get in the way of anything. So we can't say we don't have time for this, because I know when we want to start meditating, a lot of people will say, well, I just don't have time to meditate. Well, getting out of the head and into the body is something you can do throughout the day during activity. It does not matter. And so if you are walking to get the mail, as you're walking to get the mail, instead of staying stuck in the head and thinking about how the day went, or what you got to do after you get the mail, or what might be coming in the mail, or all this stuff we can think about. Instead, just kind of let that go. Instead, be with the fact that you are walking to get the mail, and feel the steps, feel the weight. Is it in the inside of the feet, outside of the feet, down the center? How is the posture and alignment? Are we standing up straight so we're not having to fight gravity, or are we leaning in some way and so we're using a lot of muscle to fight gravity? As we're inhaling, are we feeling the breath come in through the nose? Are we feeling the chest expand? Do we hear the birds? Do we hear dogs barking? What do we smell? Is there flowers in bloom? Is there a fresh smell from the rain? What's going on? Get into the body. Get a sense of the inner workings of the body. Do you feel the heartbeat? Do you feel the pulse? Do you feel any tightness? What do you feel? And so in this way, when you're getting the mail, you're walking out and you're just being with this action and feeling it. If you are waiting for a moment or two in a conference room for a meeting to start at work, just let the meeting go. You don't have to be in your head planning, anticipation, all this stuff that we do that's constantly in the head, go, chatter. Instead, just in this moment, breathe, feel the breath. What do you feel? What do you hear? What's the feeling of the seat like? Not that you have to judge, critique it, or any way. You have to say this seat is uncomfortable. You're just simply being aware of what it's like to sit in this seat. And again, do you feel the heartbeat? Is it fast? Is it slow? Are you breathing fast? Are you breathing slow? Do you feel the body? Are you jittery at all? What's going on? And then when you're driving home from work, or you're taking the bus or whatever, when you're traveling back, just be with that and feel the body. It is a constant turning the attention to the body. What do you feel? Because one of the aspects of being in the head is awareness is only out. It's only outward, and then there's bandwidth or availability for the mind to just ponder, think, crunch, critique, analyze, go about what is outside. It's never paying attention on the inside of the body. And it helps to get out of the head when you sink into the body, when you feel what's going on. Now, another aspect of getting into the body is getting into the heart. Not so much the physical heart, but as opposed to the physical heart, more of the center. And so, the center is also considered the heart chakra, the place of love, of feeling. And so stick with feeling. When you're getting out of the head and into the body, stick with feeling. And in the heart, you see with the eyes of the heart. You hear with the ears of the heart. And this is what I mean by this, is you're not mentally looking, mentally hearing, and letting all this mentation go on. Instead, you're turning the focus onto the feeling. When you see, what is the feeling? When you hear, what is the feeling? It is more kinesthetic than mental. And so that's deliberately what we're doing, is we're getting out of the mental and going into the kinesthetic. What are we sensing? What are we feeling? And when you see and you feel in the seeing, there's this connection. But it is a practice that I recommend, because we spend way too much time in our heads. I've spoken with a lot of people that are really just constantly struggling with thought. And they're like, there's just constant thought. What do I do? Get into the body. Just get into the body. Feel it completely. Feel it deeply, profoundly. There is so much you could be aware of. It is a unseen realm, really. And so just be openly aware, openly receptive. And you may notice things that you would be surprised. You'd never known there was such a feeling. Could be an energy, a pulsation, a life. There is feeling within the body that is deep. And when you get very, very deep with the feeling, sensations of and experience of the body, then you're more grounded in terms of balanced. So even if there is thought won't tend to run as rampant. It won't be as snowballing and building on itself all the time. The feeling, the kinesthetic, feeling profoundly the body and being in the body will temper the mind a bit. But anyways, if you got any questions, comments, please post below. And as always, I would ask you to subscribe if you have not. And I'd like to thank and welcome all the new subscribers. But until next time, thank you much.